Hey, how's everybody doing? I want to spread this message to you guys. I have something positive to say. So I figured I share it with the people who I always share my positive words of encouragement with, all right? I don't want you guys to give up and get comfortable. You have to grind every day like your life depends on it, okay? You have to grind every day like you're down to your very last and your life depends on it. If you don't grind every day, you're not going to be able to shine every day like you want to. People see themselves living fancy lives and living lives of luxury, but they aren't willing to work for it. People don't want to put in the work, okay? People don't want to be disciplined. People don't want to do what they need to do every day to become successful. It's a lot easier with all the images that they put in your mind and with seeing other people live their life. They basically set people up to live through other people. They have people wanting to just go on their phone or go to watch TV and watch other people live the life that they want. And I'm telling you right now, if you get comfortable, you're not going to be able to get the life that you want. You cannot get complacent. You have to do more than you're already doing if you want to have something that you've never had. If you have something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. So if you want to have this amazing, successful life that you so desire, that means you're going to have to put in a certain amount of time in to make that reality come true. You're going to have to put in a certain amount of work to bring that manifestation into reality, okay? You can't get comfortable. You can't just, oh, well, I worked on it today. I'll work on it next week. I did it today. That's enough. No, I used to be like that. You have to be consistent. You have to do it every day, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's discipline. You have to do it every single day. There's no days off, okay? You can't just do it one day and be like, oh, I'll take a few days. I'll take a break. No, there's no breaks when it comes to success. When you want to be successful, you can't take a break. You can't afford to take a break. There's somebody that's waking up and they're eating that dream. There's somebody before they go to bed, they're sleeping that dream. There's somebody before they have lunch, they're working on their goals. There's people who don't even eat breakfast before they wake up and work on their goals. They're like, yo, I need to eat breakfast, but you know what? Before I eat, I got to take care of my business. Before I eat, I got to do this. Before I eat, I got to do that. I'm not going to get complacent. I'm not going to get full. I got to grind. I'm hungry. I got to go after it while I'm hungry. I got to use that hunger. And use you have to, as bad as you want to eat, that should be as bad as you need to do what you need to do. Okay? Your dreams aren't going to handle themselves. You can't pray to God and just ask God to create this life for you without you putting in any of the work. God is assisting you with the effort you're putting in. So the effort that you put in, that's the effort God's going to put in. God sees you putting half-ass effort in, he ain't going to put in no effort because that's a waste of his time. And he has real people out here that he could bless that need a blessing. People that if God blesses, they're going to take it to the next level because God already sees where their mind at, their heart at, and where their spirit's at. Okay? So you have to be disciplined and you have to be dedicated. When you don't feel like doing it, you have to do it anyway. Don't feel like doing it and still do it. I guarantee you if you don't feel like doing it and you just do a little bit of it, just start. Just do half of it, a small little piece of it. I guarantee you, you will finish out what you started and you will complete your task. And then you'll go to complete more tasks and complete more tasks and complete more tasks. And you'll get more things done and you'll have a daily routine of getting things done and making things happen. Okay, you don't want to be one of those types of people that just does it and is lackadaisical about their dream. Okay, you can't get complacent and you can't get comfortable. Okay, like you have to leave your comfort zone. I had to leave where I live at for a little bit because I was too comfortable. Now going out and doing what I had to do, that put a drive in me. It put a hunger in me. I didn't even get what I wanted from the trip, but mentally, and I learned so much. Okay. Sometimes when you're going after goals and dreams, you may go here, you may try to go there, you may move to a different place and try to do something different. If it doesn't work out, that's cool. Don't worry about that. Focus on what you learned. Focus on what you can take from the experience, and that's going to help you not be comfortable. I had to leave so that I wasn't comfortable because where I was at, I was too comfortable. Now I went out, I saw some things, I saw how some people were living, I saw how some people were doing it, how they were doing their thing and how they were living their life. And I'm like, wow, I could have the same thing for myself. I could have what I want. I could be what I want. I could do what I want. All you have to do is stay consistent. The people that are successful, they are consistent. They do what they do better than anybody else. Even if they're not better than other people, they are consistent. They do it consistently on the daily basis. They do it every day when they don't feel like doing it, when they hate doing it. I mean, that's why personally, I find stuff that I love to do, so I'll never hate doing it. I may not be happy with my life at that moment in time, but I guarantee you I'll find some joy if I do what I love to do. I guarantee you I'll find some happiness if I do what I love to do. The things that I want to be successful at, I love doing them. So it's easy for me to get to it and do it. But the thing is, sometimes you may not feel like doing it. You may not want to do it. But that's where the consistency comes in. You have to know that your success depends on constant effort, okay? You have to know that your success depends on constant effort. Getting comfortable is coming home, watching TV, eating snacks. I know I got to do this, but I'll do it in the morning before I go to work. When you put off your goals, okay? If you put it off one day, you're going to put it off the next day. You're going to put it off the next day. You're going to put it off the next day. You cannot afford to keep putting off your goals, people. You cannot afford to keep not taking care of your business. That dream is dying every day, okay? Every day you don't do it. Every day you don't work on your goals and your dreams. And every day that you're not consistently putting in effort, it's like drawing blood from your gift. You're just stabbing yourself in the back, because it's like a slow death when you don't achieve your goals and go after your dreams. It's just a slow death. You're just living your life, going to work, doing the same normal stuff, thinking about this cool, fancy life that you think is out of reach, and you think you can't have it. Only reason you think it's out of reach is because you don't have the mindset. When you consistently put in the work and you start to see effort, you start to see a little bit, and you start to see a little bit more, and you start to see a little bit more, you will be addicted to getting that effort. You'll be like, yo, I have to put in my effort for today. I need my results. Okay. Steph is cold. He got his YouTube channel. He be on that. He be talking about he be helping out the young brothers and stuff like that, young guys and stuff like that. He helps out a lot of younger people with his videos. His target is young guys. He's trying to help young guys stay motivated and get their mind right. He said you will not get fast results if you're not consistent. If you guys want fast results, all you have to do is stay consistent. That's something that that's what I picked up from him. So I was like, okay, so I'm on the right path. When you're doing what you need to do and you're on the right path, you are going to get messages and signals from the universe. You're going to see somebody else doing their thing, and they're going to be talking about, they're already going to be successful, but they're going to be talking about the same thing that you're doing. They're going to be like, oh man, I used to wake up. I used to do it every day. I never gave up. I kept doing it. When you see successful people and they're being interviewed, or they're talking and a part of their story sounds similar to yours, that's God in the universe letting you know you're on the right path, okay? Especially if you're seeing angel numbers, especially if you're seeing the repeated numbers and stuff like that, you're on the right path. So it's like, why when God's sending you signs, you're seeing repeated numbers, you're seeing all these things telling you, hey, you're going to be rich if you go after your dream. Hey, God wants to bless you by you working on your gift, and the world blessing you, and the world paying you for that wonderful gift. God wants to bless you with that. He already blessed you with the gift. Now he just wants you to use it and exercise it, so that way he could bless you even more. Because when you bless the world with your gift, you're gonna get paid for it, baby. They're gonna give you money for it. Okay, your gift is gonna be, God gave you that gift so that you could prosper off of it. So don't be complacent. Don't get comfortable. All right, you have to use that thing to your advantage. He gave it to you. All right, you got to use that thing. You need to be doing what you need to be doing every day. You can't sit around and watch TV and eat snacks with your family. You can't sit around and watch the game. You can't sit around and watch your favorite TV show. You have to be reading. You have to be working. You have to be researching. You got to be looking this up, looking that up, learning this, learning that. In order to be successful, you have to put in a lot of work. It's a lot of research that goes into it. There's stuff that you don't know. Nobody knows everything. You have to be doing research whatever you don't know. It's like a puzzle piece. Whatever you don't know, you have to look up enough for the day so you have your puzzle piece for the day. So you added this much more pieces to the puzzle. All right. And then at the end of all the work you put in after a whole year, you can have a whole puzzle put out. People look at it like, yo, how in the hell did you put that together? You ever look at those people who do the puzzle pieces and it's like 1,000,000 pieces, like a 1,000-piece puzzle piece, 5,000 pieces? Like, bro, you know how long it takes them to do that? Even that takes discipline. This is just an example, like an analogy, but still, Like if you imagine you putting in a puzzle, imagine somebody with a 5,000 piece puzzle piece and they put a piece together every year. All right. With however many years it takes to do 365 days for one to make however many days it takes to make up 5,000 days. And you put a puzzle piece every day, that's like laying a brick every day. That's how you have to look at your goals. Whoever's putting that puzzle piece together, they're not rushing. They're just putting they're just doing one piece a day. Boom, boom, boom. If you put in effort every day, even just a little effort, you will still have something at the end of a few years. You'll be able to have a business. You'll be able to have your dream. You'll be able to have your dream life, your dream job, just by staying consistent and not getting comfortable. You can't get comfortable to the point where you're not working on your goals. You can't get comfortable to the point where you're like, I'll let a day go. Bro, you're going to let a whole day go by without you working on your goals? That's crazy. Like, think about it. A whole 24 hours. You know how much people can get done in 24 hours? You can get a lot done in 24 hours. Don't you dare let a day go by. If you have a day off, that's not your day off. That's your day on, baby. That's your day on. No days off. You only have days on, okay? When you're not at that job, how dare you say you have a day off? No, no, no. You owe it to yourself because you know you don't want to go back to that job unless it's your dream job. If you're not working your dream job and when you have a day off, shame on you if you're just letting that day go to waste. Shame on you if you're just getting comfortable. It's people making money out here. And all you got to do is believe in yourself and be consistent and do a little bit every day. Don't even worry how it's going to come, when it's going to come, why. Just do a little bit every day and stay consistent and know that the effort you put in is not going unnoticed. God sees everything, okay? Do not get comfortable. These billionaires aren't comfortable. Okay, McDonald's owners are not comfortable. They make sure those McDonald's are up and running. Them people wake up at 5 and they don't leave till 11 at night. They go to that job at 4 in the morning and don't leave till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, manager have to come back after like 4 hours. You don't want that. But the owner of McDonald's, he don't play. He got his business running like clockwork. He makes sure he got his workers there. He makes sure they're at work. If not, they'll get fired because they'll report to him and he'll be like, he'll call them and be like, why are people not showing up to work at my McDonald's? Okay. That's how you have to be with your goals. You have to, when you have off and you have off time, you have to be in control of your time. Okay. You have to use your time like billionaires use their time. Billionaires use the most of their time. Rich people make the most out of their time. My mom always put these Oprah magazines in the bathroom, and I always used to look at it and be like, yo, man, I'm going to be rich as Oprah. I'm going to be just like Oprah. I'm going to be the male Oprah. Like, not in terms of like no talk show or whatever, but I was like, yo, Oprah, she looked like me. She's from a community like myself. She looks like myself. I could use her as an example for me. I'm like, wow, that's somebody who looks like me. That's rich. That's somebody that looks like me, that lives the life that they want to live. I could have that. Okay? I can do that. I didn't know what she did. I didn't know how she did it. I didn't know what I was going to do at the time or how I was going to do it. All I knew is that wealth was on its way to me. And I knew that before I died, I was going to be rich and have the life that I wanted. I knew that since a very young child. I said, yo, I'm going to be rich, famous, and I'm going to have the life that I want. I don't really care about the fame too much because I just want to be, I like to spread love and positivity and all that. So I guess it's cool, but I'm not really doing it for that, for like fame purposes. I just want to be wealthy and successful. I want to spread a positive message. I want to uplift people, and I want to make money doing something that I love to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I love making beats. I love art. I love music. I love creating. I love making videos. I love motivational speaking. I love making positive messages. And if I could turn my motivation and my positivity into a business for me to where I could uplift others and profit off of it at the same time, that's a beautiful thing. Like Les Brown, I always used to watch Les Brown's motivational videos, and I'm like, wow, bro, he's getting $1 million to speak for in front of this for these Coca-Cola company executives. Wow, Les Brown's getting $100,000 to go speak here. Like you can, whatever your dream is, whatever you love to do. If you love to speak to people, if you love to motivate people, you can make money off that. If you love to make paintings, you can get paid for that. God gave you these gifts to help others and also to profit off of. You're not supposed to be just giving your gifts out to people for free. Heck no, that's got to go. Okay, but also you're supposed to be prospering off of your gifts. You're supposed to be making money off your talents. That's why God gave it to you. God didn't give you that gift to work at McDonald's. God didn't give you that gift to work no 9-to-5 job. Okay, stop being comfortable. When you're not at these little crappy jobs, work on that gift. Okay, exercise your mind, better yourself. Pick up that damn book and read it. Stop staring at it. The title's not going to put the information in your head. Pick up the book, open it, even if you read a page, damn it. Read 5 pages, whatever you have to do. Read a page a day. I don't care. As long as you're doing something towards that goal. I'm telling you, they call it reducing it to the ridiculous. I think it's that Jim Rohn guy. No, not Jim Rohn. It might be Jim Rohn, but it was one of these motivational speakers. He said, reduce it to the ridiculous. Do a ridiculous amount. It doesn't matter how much you do. All you're doing is working towards building a consistent effort that you can put in. No matter how big or how small, you put in that effort. And then soon, gradually, it's going to be more effort. But the thing is, when you want to start, you have to trick your mind. Your mind is lazy. It don't want to put in no extra work. All right? Your mind don't want to put in no extra work. So basically what you have to do is if you don't feel like doing it, you have to trick yourself into doing it. Do a little bit. Just write one word. Write a paragraph. Write a sentence. Say you're an author and you have a book you need to write. Write a paragraph every day. You know how long it takes to write one paragraph? Probably like 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. 20 minutes at the least. I mean, at the most. But if you were to do that every day, by the end of the month, you might have 3-4 chapters. And then sooner or later, you'll be like, if I did that in 3 months and I got 3-4 chapters. Now, imagine if I put in a little bit more effort. I could have like maybe one book done every 3-4 months. Because that's crazy. It took me 3-4 months just for a few chapters. I'm glad I put in that much work, but I could be doing more. That's what you have to do. Once you trick yourself into doing a little bit, your mind will gradually become okay with doing more. And then doing more will be your norm. Doing more will be your everyday life. You'll be waking up, got to get it done, do more done. Got to get it done, do more done. Got to get it done, do more done. And then you put a whole year, you put a whole week, a whole month, a whole couple months, a whole 6 months, a whole year to just being consistent and doing what you need to do every day so that you can have the life that you want. Man, God is going to bless you tremendously, bro. Blessings are going to be flowing to you from every direction you're not going to know. There's going to be so many blessings coming your way, your head is going to spin. But it all comes from within, okay? It's going to be so many blessings, your head is going to spin, but it all comes from within. The work that you put in by not being comfortable, by not sitting on your ass and doing nothing, okay? You can't sit on your ass and do nothing and expect to live the lives that these famous people are out here living. Of course, they make the life look easy. That's because they want to trick all the regular, normal people. They want to trick the average people. Oh, man, that's hard. Oh, it may be hard, but it's worth it, okay? If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. That's why famous people's lives look so easy. Because behind the scene, I was watching this CeCe Peniston, finally, that lady. I was watching her interview on this TV show. Man, she had to go here, go to this state, sleep for an hour, go hop back on the bus, go to this state. It's a lot of work that goes into your dream and goals. Like, you have to put in work. Nobody's going to notice you just because you say, hi, I'm talented. I got this cool gift. Hi, I'm handsome and I know how to do this. Hire me to do the job. Hi, I know how to make beats. I know how to do this. You should pick me because I know how to do this. And I just told you. No. Where's your proof? Where's your work ethic? Where's your catalog of music at? I thought I could just become successful as a producer uploading like a beat every few months, man. I was putting a beat up like every month. I was making a beat like once a month, man. Not even. Like I'd make a beat like once every 2-3 months and put it on YouTube and think I was going to be a successful producer, bro. And hell no. That's why I'm not on the level I want to be now. But I realized that, and now I'm like, I got to switch my style up. I can't be comfortable and just make one beat half a year or 2-3 beats a year. No, that's not a producer. That's somebody that's lazy that will never achieve their goals. What you have to do is, even if it sucks, put it up. Take the criticism. You might learn something. If you do something that sucks until you get it right, until you get better, that's how you're going to keep getting better. You can't just be like, oh, I suck, I'm not going to do it, I quit. No, man. I've uploaded beats that were trash. I uploaded beats that were trash, that were garbage. They're just starting to get better. I've been working on this for almost I've been working on my music and stuff like that for a little while now. And I'm like, and other people, it used to blow my mind. I'm like, man, this person's better than me. Man, this person's ahead of me. Lo and behold, little did I know, people who are making beats, a lot of them are drum majors. A lot of them are people who play piano. A lot of them are people who are music majors who can read music. My intelligent self, I'm just teaching myself how to my intelligence. I was just, not trying to shoot myself down, but, a little sarcasm. I'm not saying I'm intelligent or anything. I'm smart, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. But I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, why is it taking me longer to become a producer, to become recognized, to become known for what I do than everybody else? Number one, I wasn't being consistent. I wasn't making beats every day. I wasn't learning how to make beats. I wasn't watching videos on how to learn. I was just going off what I heard and just trying to do it by ear. Number one, I didn't know how to play piano. I didn't know how to play drums. I didn't know counts. I didn't know measures. I didn't know how to mix, master, none of that. I had to teach myself all of that. Now I know how to mix. Now I know how to master. Now my beats are sounding better. And in the next few years, if I keep doing what I'm doing now, it's going to take off. I know it is. It may even take off before that because my quality of music, it sounds good. It may not be the best, but it sounds good. And it's the best that I'm doing. So somebody's just like, people, when I bring it to people, they will be able to recognize, like, okay, this guy got some talent. This is what he does. I hear it. It may not be the best, but who knows? Somebody may give me a shot. If I keep putting in work, somebody may, man, with the work I'm putting in, I know I'm getting a shot. See, this is how we have to think. I'm susceptible to it too. You have to be so sure of your craft. You have to be so sure of your product that you know it's going to be successful. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or sound like I have the ego because I didn't want nobody, but screw that. My stuff is hot. I've been working on it for a while and it's hot, man. I got some really good music. I got some hot music that I'm putting out and I'm going to keep working on my beats. And that's another thing that I'm going to be successful with. But I didn't just start being good at it. It was like I had to teach myself the drum patterns. I had to listen. I had to learn. I'm still listening and still learning. There's still a lot that I have to learn. Okay, but I taught myself and everybody else that was ahead. I'm like, oh man, this person blew up. This person blew up. You don't know what these people know. You don't know what connections they have. You don't know what type of time God has on their life. You don't know what God is doing for them. And you don't know what God is doing for you. And if you have to wait for it, the blessing is going to be even greater. But the thing is, I see what God is doing because I didn't give up. Now I learned all these things about how to be successful because I didn't give up. Now I learned all these things on how to work on yourself and work on your dream on a consistent basis. I learned a lot. You could do something every day and still not be successful in it and still be successful because you know the process of success. You don't have to be rich or famous off your craft yet. You should be still working towards that. But while you're working towards that, there's so much stuff you're going to learn from being consistent, from doing it every day, from taking time out of your day where you don't feel like doing it to do it anyway. Any area that I want to be successful in, I'm going overdrive in now. I'm reading my books. I'm studying. I'm making my music. I'm watching my videos. I'm learning all the areas I want to be successful in, whether it's trading, like finances, stocks and stuff like that. I'm studying that. It's a lot of stuff that I want to do and be successful in. And I can't just think about it. It's cool to kick back and be like, yeah, man, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. Like I used to do that, but nah, bro, it's got to be work that has to go along with that. Consistent work on the everyday, daily basis. You have to want it so bad that you're willing to sacrifice and put in the work. And that's why you cannot get comfortable. Getting comfortable kills dreams, man. Comfort kills dreams. Don't be afraid to put in the comment section and say, I'm done being comfortable and I'm done killing my dream. Because you don't want to be so comfortable that you let days go by, weeks go by, months go by, years go by. And then it's the end of the year. You're like, oh man, I didn't do a damn thing this year. I didn't do nothing this year. It's the same thing I did last year. No, we're not doing the same thing anymore. You got to do something different. If you want something different out of life, you got to do something different for your life. And what different is you have to do is you have to put in consistent work and effort on your life. You go to work consistently. Okay, if you didn't go to work consistently, they fire you and you wouldn't have a fat paycheck and be able to pay your rent and your car note and your bills. So why don't you take that same energy that you put in that job and be consistent with your life and your goals and your dreams, so that way you don't have to work for somebody else's business. You'll be creating your own business. You'll be working for your own business, but you'll never get that if you get comfortable. You cannot just sit in bed all day when you're off from work and not do anything and expect to have an amazing life. Okay, you can't expect to just sit in bed all day and not get the life you want unless you already have it. Kudos to you. God bless you. You can lay in bed and do whatever the heck you want. But for the people out there that want to change their life, for the people out there who want more out of life, for the people out there who know there's more to life, who feel that they deserve more, okay, this video is for you. Stop being comfortable. Get up out of bed early. When you wake up early in the morning, stop going back to sleep. When you wake up early, that's God. That's your blessing. God woke you up early because you're supposed to be working on some things. You're supposed to be handling some business. You're supposed to be taking care of yourself. You're supposed to do your workout. You're supposed to read your Bible. You're supposed to meditate. You're supposed to pray. You're supposed to thank God for waking you up, okay? You're supposed to read positive books. You're supposed to educate yourself, okay? Self-education rules the nation, man. Like, I love educating myself. I don't need anything else. Once I figured out, I was like, yo, I could educate myself, because like both my parents are educators, and I'm not knocking degrees. Get all the degrees you can, get all the studies you can. But me personally, I know what I want to be in life, and I know what I want to do with my life. And I've researched and studied a lot of successful people. And I found out that there were people who became successful without degrees. I'm not telling nobody to not get no degree, but what I'm saying is, me personally, my level of success, what I want to achieve, I know what I need to do for that. I'm not saying a degree wouldn't help me. I still might go get one. But right now, what I'm doing every single day, like even if I went to college, I still be teaching myself. I do my homework, I would do my schoolwork, and I would still work on my goals and dreams and do what I have to do. But right now, if I'm going to be studying something, if I'm going to be studying something to become successful and do what I want in my life, I don't want to study something just to put myself back in a position that I don't want. I don't want to go study, get myself a job, and then be stuck doing some job every single day. Now, I still got to work on my goals and dreams, where if I would just have worked a regular job and then studied the areas that I wanted to be successful in, instead of studying the areas that I didn't want to be successful in, just to get a degree, just to get a job next to somebody else. And the boss is not going to pay you more than him. Like, you're not going to get rich at a job. You're going to get rich with your goals and dreams. I want to get rich, and I already am rich. I'm rich because God blessed me with another day. I'm rich because I recognize that I have riches in God. I have riches in Christ. And I'm focused on that. And I know God is going to bless me because I'm working on myself. I'm working on my dreams. I'm putting in effort. What you put out is what you get back. I'm putting in the effort to be able to reap what I sow. There are people out there who need top quality products, and I'm making sure that I take the gifts that God gave me so I could put out a top quality product, so that I could get compensated for my time and my energy and my passion and all the dedication that I put into what it is that I do. Okay? I'm making sure that I'm able to prosper off what it is that I love to do. If you are able to prosper off what it is you love to do, you will never work a day in your life. So stop being comfortable. If you don't want to work a day in your life, if you want to do what you love to do, you got to kill that comfortable spirit. You got to get that comfortable spirit out of you. You got to be hungry. Like Les Brown said, you got to be hungry, man. Don't be afraid to put in the comment section and say, I am hungry. You got to be hungry for what you want, man. I probably scared some of y'all or shook some of y'all with that, but that's how you got to be when it comes to your goals, man. You got to be hungry. You got to want it so bad that it don't make sense. You're giving up time, sacrificing time. Like you got to want to work on your goals and dreams so bad that you get upset when people try, hey, you want to come watch TV? You be like, what? You know I got to go work on what I'm about to work on. Why would you even? You like, that's how you need to feel. Not saying don't go spend time with people, but when people know you're about to go do this, don't let people distract you. Hey, you want to come? They know you're trying to go work on this. They know you got goals. They know you got dreams, but unfortunately they don't. So it's like they have no perception of time like you do. You have the perception of time like a business person. You realize it's only so many hours in a day, and you realize that if you don't get what you need done for the day, the effort that you put in, your puzzle piece isn't placed. You have to place your puzzle piece for today. You have to put in your effort for today. You have to put in your work with your determination, your dedication for the day. Okay, you have to be disciplined. It's got to be something you do every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You have to be hungry and focused on your goals and want to make your dream become a reality. As you have to literally want it bad, more than you want to eat, more than you want to breathe. You have to want it more than you want to sleep. Okay? Sleep don't make money unless you're making money in your sleep. Sleep don't make money unless you are making money in your sleep. Once you make money, you can sleep all you want. Once you make money in your sleep, sleep all you want. Once you have the life that you want, you can rest, sleep all you want. But until you get there, what are you doing? Because you're not going to get the life you want. You're not going to be able to wake up, check your bank account, and go back to sleep. If you don't work towards that, that's got to be earned. You have to work towards that. Okay? People play the lottery, and that's cool. But me personally, I have gifts, man. I already hit the lottery because, number one, I woke up this morning. I already hit the lottery because, two, I got another chance at life. I already hit the lottery because, three, I have God in my life. I already hit the lottery because, four, I have Jesus Christ. I already hit the lottery because, five, I'm aware of the gifts that God gave me. Okay? God didn't give us these gifts to be broke. God didn't make you talented to be poor. All right? God didn't put you here to suffer. He gave you those gifts that you may prosper. Okay? So make sure you put in work every single day so that you can prosper off of your gifts. There's somebody out there that needs your gift. There's somebody out there who needs to hear what you have to say. There's somebody out there who needs whatever you're working on. Whatever you're working on is going to help you and them get some money. All right. Whatever you're good at is going to help people. Like, you were put here to uplift people. You were put here to change the world. You were put here to make the world better with the gifts that God gave you. And if you want to do that, you're not going to do it staying comfortable. You're not going to do it sitting on your behind, hitting the rewind button, watching TV. It's not going to happen. You have to make it happen. You have to be putting in consistent work every single day. All right. If people weren't consistent, it wouldn't be no TV. If people weren't consistent, you wouldn't have no NFL to watch. If people weren't consistent, you wouldn't have no game to watch later on tonight. You wouldn't have no athletes. You wouldn't have anything if there wasn't consistency. You wouldn't have places to go out to eat. You wouldn't have if there wasn't consistency in the world would be shit. And that's why your life may be shit, because your world may be shit. Because if there's no consistency in your world, then your world is hell on wheels. You're not living a meaningful life. If you don't have any consistency in your life is not structured. There's no discipline. You need discipline in your life. You need structure in your life. You can't just be complacent with being comfortable. Oh, I'm just going to sit around all day, watch YouTube, watch some TV, watch some funny videos, and let the whole day pass by. Have a few beers, sit on my butt, and not do anything. And then wonder why you don't have the life that you want. Wonder why you're upset. Wonder why you have constant depression. Wonder why you're always sad before you go to work and stuff like that. But some people have put themselves in the mindset that they're going to work that job until they die. Some people have put themselves in the mindset that they're going to work that job and then retire. I'm not working at some job until I retire. I want to live my life now. I want to have the life of my dreams now. I want to retire by 40. You know what I'm saying? I want to retire by 35. And in the sense of not having to work. I want to be able to retire from the working world by 33. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be working for another year. I want to put so much work on me. I want to put so much work on myself that I don't have to work for anybody else. And I'm dedicated to that. I'm dedicated to the work that I put in the effort that I put in for me, because I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. Get off your phone. Go on break when I tell you. Stop eating. Stop talking to this person. Get over here. Do what we say. We control you. No, you don't work today. You work tomorrow. We changed your schedule. Hey, can you come in today even though you don't feel like it? Nah, man. That's not the life, bro. That's not the life at all. You don't have to have that life. People think that they have to live that life. You have to see yourself and your mind doing what it is you love to do. And then once you see your life once you see yourself living the life you want in your mind, then you have to put in the work to make that vision in your mind become a reality. You're supposed to visualize the life that you see yourself living. And then after you visualize it and see yourself having it and feel yourself having it and know that it's already on the way, start putting in the work. Start putting in the work. You should know by the work and the effort that you put in that your dream is yours. You should know by the work and the effort that you put in that you're going to achieve that goal. You should know by the consistent effort that you put in on the everyday basis that you have already achieved your goal. Your dream is already yours. You have to know these things, because if you're not putting in consistent effort, if you're not putting in if you're getting comfortable, you're only playing with your dream. You're playing with yourself. And you're wasting your own time. You don't have any more time to waste. Like, life is precious, man. And people out here are struggling. And you don't have to struggle. People are only struggling because they're not doing enough for themselves. People out here looking for handouts. Maybe they're on government assistance. Maybe they're dependent upon this job. Don't be dependent upon the government. Don't be dependent upon that job. You know what I mean? The God, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to get that stuff from the government, but, you know, it may cripple you. It's like a crutch. You don't want to use that as a crutch. You don't need that. You have God, man. You don't need that when you have God. You use that to help you and then get off of it ASAP. Don't just stay on it and stay complacent and just be like, oh, okay, well, I could just use the food stamps and I could just have this. And I know there's people who need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking anybody who needs any type of help. But what I'm saying is, don't just get comfortable with that help. Don't just think like, oh, man, I can only do that. Don't just think that's the only thing that you could have in life. You could have more than life. You don't need that. You could have enough money to where you could do what you need to do and eat whatever you want to eat. Okay? God blessed you and put you here to be able to live the life you want, go out to eat where you want, have the type of food that you want. God didn't put you here to be eating canned food and ramen noodles and hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? God didn't put you here to be eating crappy food that's killing you. He didn't put you here with that. God put you here to live a life that is fulfilling you, not to live a life that is killing you. People are stressed out here because they don't have enough money for this. They don't have enough money for that. You wouldn't be stressed if you're working on your goals. You wouldn't be stressed if you did what you need to do every day. People will complain the whole day about what they don't have, but won't do anything to get it. Oh, my job didn't give me enough hours. Oh, my job doesn't pay enough. Oh, they're taking money from with the taxes. Oh, gas. Oh, you don't have to complain. Rich people don't complain. They solve fucking problems. I'm going to repeat that. Rich people don't complain. They fucking solve problems. Stop complaining and solve some fucking problems, man. That's where the money is. Solve some problems. Solve your problems. Do some math, okay? If I find something to be able to make this X amount of dollars, then I'll have this X amount of dollars after I get paid from my job, and I'll still have money left over for me and for everything that I need, and I won't have to worry about how much money this job is paying me. After a while, I may not even have to continue to work this job. Like, try to do something to where you could do a little side hustle, right? Where you braid hair, you cut lawns, you shovel this, whatever you do, whether you do digital artwork, whether you cut hair, whatever you could do, right? As a side hustle, do that and get extra money to the point where you have more money left over after you get your paycheck from your job. And then take that money and invest it in yourself and let that money keep growing. Whether you invest that money in stocks, whether you get you whether you do the digital currency wave, or you do some type of digital business, or you do some type of business in real life, whether you cut hair, you do power washing, you do lawns, you do maintenance, fix people's cars, whatever you could do on your own to make money that you could do for yourself, learn how to do that. Start making money off of it. Do it as good as you can. So that way, when you're off from work, you're making money doing something else. Even if it's not what you love to do, make sure you do something and keep in mind what you love to do, because you're working towards that. If you're doing what you don't love to do, make sure you keep in mind, be like, okay, this is not what I love to do, but I'm working this so I could do what I'm and investing in myself so I could one day do what I love to do. So I could one day do my purpose and prosper off my purpose and do that my purpose full time as my career. You need to be finding ways to make income so that these jobs because these jobs aren't going to pay you enough. So after you pay your rent, after you get your check, you need to make sure that you have enough money left over so you could have the life that you want. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to just settle for less. You don't have to just be, okay, this is all the money. I worked this X amount of hours. I got this check. This is all I'm worth. Some people think that that's all they're worth. You're worth more than a week's paycheck. You're worth more than a 2-week salary. You're worth more than a month's salary from a job. You're worth more than that. You deserve more than that. And once you know that, your mind will start to put things in your mind, give you ideas. You'll start to work towards becoming more than that. You don't want to be complacent and be dependent on these jobs. Don't get comfortable just because you have a job. Oh man, I'm paid. I got a job. I could do this. I could do that. But you still have to go to work and do something you don't want to do every week. Me personally, that's not for me. I'm going to put in the amount of effort. I'm going to put in the amount of work to where I can live the life that I want. And I know God put that in me. That's why I'm talking what I'm talking about. That's why I'm thinking the thoughts that I'm thinking, because I know that I'm going to be able to have the life that I want. I know that I'm going to be able to live the life that I want. I know I'm going to be able to do the things that I want to do. All right. All the things that God sees fit for me to be able to do, be, and have, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be able to live the life that God sees fit for me. I'm going to be able to have the thing that God sees fit for me, because I'm being consistent and I'm working on my goals every day, and I'm making my product a product that people are going to want. I'm making my product a product that people are going to buy. Okay. I'm making my product worth something. Okay. When you give something a value, that's what I was looking for the whole video. Man, it just came to me. When you give something a value, you get value back. That's how it works. When you develop your gifts to the point where when you display your gift, you're giving value to people, the universe is going to give you value back. All right. Some way, somehow, you're going to get value back for the value that you put out. It's universal law. What you put out is what you get back. You put out value, you will get value back. So stop being complacent. Stop being comfortable. Get up off your behind. Get out of bed. Go do what you need to do. That thing in your mind that's eating at you, that's like, hey, I didn't do this. I should have done this. Man, I need to be doing this. Man, I'm sitting here watching TV. I need to be working on that. Man, I'm sitting here doing this. I need to be at the gym. Man, I'm sitting here doing that. I need to be working on my art. I need to be painting. Man, I'm doing this. I need to be writing that book. Man, I need to be designing that shirt. I need to be printing up those T-shirts. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, you need to be doing it. Whatever your side hustle is that will get you towards that gift, you need to be doing it. I have many side hustles planned that I'm going to be working on, that I'm going to be doing, that's going to help me along the way while I'm working on my goals, while I'm working a little job if I have to. I don't see myself working a job for long. I see myself putting so many side hustles together to where I'll be able to profit off of all those side hustles, and it'll be like I have a whole job. I see myself putting together enough businesses that God's going to give me the idea to put together, and God's going to make it something that I could do right here and right now. It's not going to be something that I have to wait for. It's not going to be something that I have to wait 5 months or a year. Like, no, it's going to be something that I could do to make money now, something legal, something positive, something that helps people, something that helps me, that I could do, that I could become successful off of now. So that way I'll be able to live the life that I want and actually do what I want to do as a career. You have to want it bad, people. You can't just sit around. You can't just watch other people live their life. You can't just fantasize about it. You have to want it so bad that you are willing to put in work and sacrifice, okay? It's all about making a sacrifice so that you can have the life you want to live. Stop getting comfortable. The couch ain't going to make you successful. The TV ain't going to make you successful. Watching LeBron James ain't going to make you successful. You have to do things in your life that are going to benefit you. You have to do things in your life that are going to make your life that much better. And you have to put in consistent effort. It can't just be a little bit here and there. You have to be putting in effort on a daily basis continuously. All right. You have to be putting in continual effort. That's why people aren't getting the results that they want. How you expect to get the results that you want when you're not even putting in the work to get those results? People who have results, people who are walking around with diamonds on, people who are walking around wearing the clothes they want, people who are driving the car they want, people who are living in the home they want, they all have something in common: consistency. These people, whatever they do, even if the stuff was illegal, God forbid, don't go do nothing illegal. But even if you do illegal stuff, that's why it's like drug dealers out here that's like half-assed. It's like you see that one person in the hood, or you see that one person that you knew since high school that's still trying to hustle or still trying to do this. It's because they're not consistent with it. You have to be consistent, man. And it's like no matter what you do, whether you do something negative, whether you do something positive, don't go out and do anything negative. Definitely don't go out and sell drugs. Don't go take no penitentiary chances. Okay. But even whatever you do, it has to be consistent, whether it's good or bad. So you might as well do something good and be consistent at it. Okay. So that way you don't have to end up going to jail. You end up having to do anything wrong. You don't end up having to go against your morals, have a bad conscience or whatever. But still, you have like that was just an example. It doesn't matter what you do, you have to be consistent. Like you can't just sell something one day and then try to sell something another day. Like those people aren't consistent. Those people aren't becoming successful with what they're doing. And that's the same thing with anything. Whether you're carving trees or whether you're cutting grass, you can't just cut 1 yard today and then be like, okay, I'm gonna cut some more yards next week. You're gonna be broke. So success leaves clues. Find out what you want to do. Study the people who became successful and then do what you need to do to get to where you want to be every single day. And don't let up and don't get comfortable. When you don't feel like doing it, that's being comfortable. You have to get yourself out of that comfortable mind state. You have to find something that's going to keep you disciplined. You have to find your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want this? Why do I need to be disciplined? And then when you find your whys, you'll have answers that will keep you inspired and keep you motivated and keep you disciplined to get done what you need to get done. You'll know that if I don't do this, I'm not going to get this result. If this doesn't get done, I'm not going to have this result. And that's how it has to be. That's how you have to look at it. You have to be result driven. Okay. You have to be going after, if you want results, you have to put in consistent effort. So thank you for watching this video. I want you guys to keep going after what you want out of life. Keep putting in consistent effort. Don't get comfortable. Stop getting comfortable. Don't just put in a little bit of work today and then let a few days go by and put in a little bit of work the next day. No, you need to be put, even if it's a little bit of work, whatever amount of work you're comfortable putting in to get you started, you need to be putting in that amount of work every single day. Whether it's just 15 minutes, you need to be putting in 15 minutes of work every single day. Whether it's a half hour, you need to be putting in a half hour every single day. And then sooner or later, it'll be 15 minutes. Then it'll be a half hour. Then you'll be putting in a whole hour. Then you'll be putting in 5 hours. Sooner or later, you'll get to the point where you mess around. You'll be putting in whole days towards what you need to get done. You'll just be locked in, honed in, focused, goal-driven, goal-oriented. People will be trying to distract you and say you want to go here and want to go there. You'll be like, nah, I gotta work on my stuff. I gotta work on my stuff. I gotta work on my stuff. I gotta go read this. I gotta go do that. And it's like we have a lot of stuff that we need to do. That's why we got 24 hours in a day. You could spend like maybe 8 hours, as much time as you spend at that job. You need to be spending on your goals. And like before I really started being consistent and before I stopped being comfortable, I was like 8 hours. I'm looking at these positive people videos. I'm like, bruh, I'm supposed to put in 8 hours on my goals and on my dreams. I'm like, that's a whole shift. I'm like, I don't even want to work 8 hours. This is back when I was lazy. I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to work a whole 8-hour shift. But I'm like, they telling me I got to put in 8 hours on my goals. Like that blew my mind. But so I just put in a little bit of effort. I didn't know what I was doing would lead me to putting in more work. I was like, I don't know about this whole 8-hour stuff, but I was like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I was like, God, I know you'll help me I know you will help me get to putting in 8 hours worth of work on my goals and dreams. But I was like, for right now, this little 15 minutes, this little 20 minutes, this little half hour, this little edit, this is gonna have to do. And I would do a little edit. I do spend a little time on it, put a little work in it. And then eventually, but the thing is, I made sure I did that every day. I made sure that I would work on something that had to do with my dream every day. Whether if it was watching a video, whether if it was reading, whether if it was learning something, whether if it was remaking something, whether if it was tracing somebody else's work and then using that to learn how to do it. So that way I could have a format on how to do my own. It's a lot of work to put in, but it's worth it because hard work pays off. And like soon after putting in all that work, you'll start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll be like, yo, I've been putting in a whole bunch of work and I don't have anything to show for it, but I'm about to soon. Like the reason why you don't have anything to show for it is because you haven't been consistent. That's the reason why I don't have anything to show for it. I'm very talented. I'm very skilled. I'm very gifted, but I wasn't consistent. I wasn't doing what I needed to do every day on a consistent basis. And because of that, my life suffered. Because of that, I suffered. So now I have to get myself out of the suffering and I have to make sure that whatever I want to do, I have to make sure I do it every day consistently. I have to make sure that I don't give up. Even when I don't feel like doing it, even when I feel like I suck, even when I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, okay? You don't know how many times where I would try to work on something and make a beat, right? I'd work on it I'd be trying to make it, and I'd be like, man, this sucks. And then a few minutes later, it'd be eating at me, and I'd be like, well, let me just try one more time. And then I'd work on it, delete it. I'd be like, man, this sucks. And then I put it down. But all you have to do sometimes it's good to put it down and come back to it. Whatever it is you're working on, you may be frustrated. You may not be able to think straight. You may have to go clear your mind. It's always good to take a break from it. Because number one, you don't want to get upset. You don't want to get angry. You don't want to break your stuff up. Because when you're real passionate about what it is you want to do and you want to be successful at it, you could possibly take that anger out on your stuff because you're not where you want to be yet and you feel you should be. The reason why you feel you should be is because you really want to be good at it. You really want to do it. That's what you want to do. You got that passion. But the thing is, the reason why you're not good at it is because you're not taking that passion. You're not taking how bad you want to be good at it. You have to take how bad you want to be good at it, and you have to take that passion and actually put that into your work. Take that passion, take that how bad you want to be good at it, and put that into your work. So like I was saying, I was working on the beat. It was trash. I started another one. It was trash. By the time I gave up and I was about to quit, and I was like, man, just let me just try one more time. That's when I always made my best music. That's when I always created my best work. That's when I always made my best products, y'all. Like, that's when I always, like I say, even if it's not the best, it was the best that I could do. Even if it didn't sound good, it was the best that I could do. And I know I gave it my all. And I know I put in the best effort that I could put in. And that's all God wants you to do. God just wants to see you put in 110%. I'm telling you, even if you suck, a way will be made for you. Don't worry about if you suck. Don't worry about if it's good enough. Don't worry about if it's terrible. Somebody may like it. You know those crazy paintings where everybody don't see it, and then it's that one rich person that sees it, and they're like, I'll pay you $7.5 million for that. I'll give you $10,000 for that. God will always make somebody to see your vision. As long as you're putting in the effort, as long as you're consistent, as long as you're not getting comfortable. You're okay. You can't just be comfortable and just be like working on your goal or working on your dream once a week, and then thinking people are going to hear it and think people are going to like it and think people are going to want to do business with you. No, it don't work like that, homie. It don't work like that, sweetheart. You have to be putting in consistent effort every day. So when people do hear it, they're like, yo, it may not be all the way there, but I like that. I see your passion. I see your drive. I see you didn't quit. I see your determination. I see you're determined. Okay. I see your work ethic. You can't get anywhere without a work ethic. When it comes to your goals, you can't get anywhere without a work ethic. It's got to be something that you have to want to do it. And it's just, you have to want to do it. You can't not do it. When you feel like you don't want to do it, you're wasting time. You might as well just give up. If you don't do it, you might as well just stop, because there's somebody out there that's working on it every single day. There's somebody that they know they're not that good, but they're going to keep working at it until they get better. And that's how you have to view it. You have to work on it until you get better. You have to want it that bad. All right. You have to want it that bad. You have to, whatever you're not good at, make that your strong point. Whatever you're not good at, make that your strong point. Look it up, research it, become fascinated with it. So that way you can attack that one area and you're that much better. And whatever you are good at, strengthen that. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. So whatever you are good at, keep focusing on what you're good at. Les Brown called it your fastball. There was this pitcher, right? And he would pitch these fastballs. This is the story Les Brown said. He would pitch the fastball, and then that was his good pitch. But then when he tried to do other pitches, he wouldn't be good at it. And the coach said, you know what? Focus on that pitch that you do so well. And he was successful. He was good. He was striking people out. So if you want to strike out all the negatives out of your life, if you want to strike out being complacent, if you want to strike out being comfortable and lazy, I want that laziness spirit to get out of here. I want to strike out on being lazy. I want to strike out on being comfortable. I want the comfortable spirit to get out of here. I want the complacent spirit to be out of here. I want the lazy spirit to get out of here. You should not be comfortable making $800 every 2 weeks when there's people out here making $800 a day. It's possible. All you have to do is use your mind and figure out how. You're smart. Stop telling yourself you're dumb just because you're not rich. People are out here and be like, oh, I'm not as smart as those guys. Or, oh, that's for them. I can't have that. No, you're cursing yourself. You can have it. All it does is it takes consistent effort. Those people who are rich that you look at, like I said, they wouldn't be there if they didn't do something every day. Whatever it is they're good at, they wouldn't have, if they didn't do it every day, if they weren't consistent with it, they wouldn't have it. McDonald's started his business making hamburgers. If he didn't make hamburgers, he wouldn't have the franchise he had right now. He was consistent with his hamburger making. Okay, he made them burgers, set up his shop, and he was consistent with it. All right, he was consistent providing good quality service. All right, so whatever it is you do, you have to want to provide good quality service. You're not just going to wake up and be like, yo, I'm providing great service. You have to do it until you get good at it. If it's not good, you have to do it until it's good. If it's not right, you have to do it until you get it right. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. There's nothing wrong with not being good. Okay, plenty of people start off. You think Alicia Keys started off being as good as she was? You think Alicia Keys started off being good like that? You think Alicia Keys started off having a good career and being able to play piano as good as she did when she first started? Nah, it took time. You think Swiss Beats, his first beat was good? You think Kanye West's first beats were good? You think Jay-Z's first raps were good? You think Serena Williams and Venus Williams were the best tennis players as soon as they stepped on the court? I know y'all saw that movie. Did you see how their dad put in that work with them? They went to the tennis court every single day. They cried, didn't feel like doing it, didn't want to do it. He pushed them, and now look at them. You have to push yourself. Nobody's going to push you guys. You have to want it so bad to where you motivate yourself. You have to want it so bad to where you push yourself. You make yourself get out of bed. You make yourself go work on that dream. You make yourself go work out, go hit the gym. You have to be that dedicated. You have to make yourself do these things. You have to want it so bad, and you have to see yourself living that life that you want, and you have to want it so bad that you're going to put in that work. All right? You have to put in that same amount of work. However you see somebody successful living their life, you have to put in that same effort. Because if you don't, then you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to be able to have the life that you want. The reason why Serena Williams could live that life is because her dad made her put in all that work. The reason why Tiger Woods could live that life is because look what his dad did for him. You may not have somebody pushing you to motivate you like that towards something that you want to be successful in, but you can do it to you. You can push yourself. You can motivate yourself. That's what you have to do. There's plenty of people out here that don't have anybody to say, hey, wake up, go be successful. People are pushing themselves. You have to be self-driven when it comes to getting done what you need to get done. And nobody's going to say, hey, go do this. I think you should do this. If you did this, you'll have an amazing life. No, nobody's going to come in your life and say that to you. Nobody's going to come in your life and push you. All right. You may have somebody that's be like, hey, you may have one person that might see something in you, but it's still up to you at the end of the day. Because the people like football coaches who see something in an athlete, boxing coaches who see something in some young street guy, some young street guy on the street fighting, and then they turn him into a boxer. If those people didn't want to be that, the coach can only do so much. All right. And it's just like God waking you up in the morning. He can only do so much. He wakes you up in the morning. He gives you the gifts. If you work on it, if you put in time and effort on it, that's up to you. If you sit there and be lazy and don't do anything with your day and not work on your goals and dreams and not get what you want out of life so you can have nice things, that's up to you. Some people just wake up and then they complain about what they don't have, but they're not putting in any effort to get it. You can't be one of those people. That's being comfortable. You cannot be comfortable, okay? All the comfortability has to go. It has to go out the window. It has to exit out your life, okay? Because there's people right now with nothing that's sleeping on a dirt floor and all they have is a phone. Okay, there's people that wish they had a bed. There's people who wish they had running water. Okay, there's people who wish they could wake up and have what you have, no matter how bad it is. It's somebody out there who always has it worse. And the people who have it worse, how you gonna let somebody who has worse outwork you? How you gonna let somebody with less resources outwork you? If you have all the resources, you should be doing all the work. Kudos to everybody putting in work and effort on themselves, but don't let the people who have less outdo you. If you have more, you're blessed. Use those blessings to your advantage. Somebody would love to have what you have. Somebody would love to be in your position. So you have to take advantage and be consistent every day. There's some people out there, if they had your opportunity right now, if they had your life right now, they'd be famous in like a couple weeks or a couple months, or they'd be where they needed to be very fast. because it wouldn't be anything that stopped them or got in their way, because they would look at your life and be like, man, this is all I need right here. There's some people who are looking at your life and be like, yo, man, if I just had that, bro, you know what I could do? You know where I would be? You know what I'd be having? So take advantage of what you have. Don't get comfortable. So there's somebody out there who would love to be in your position. All you have to do is start working on yourself. It's somebody out there who would love to have looks like you. You may look a certain way. It's somebody out there who would love to look that way. They may not be comfortable with the way they look, but they're still going after what they want. That person's still not giving up. That person's still putting in the effort. They're like, okay, they don't think I look a certain way. To hell with that. I'm still going after it. Biggie said he was fat, black, and ugly as ever. He still went after it. He ain't let none of that stop him. He ain't let DMX stop him. You know what I mean? DMX might have got more girls than Biggie or whatever, or might have been more attractive to the females, whatever, but Biggie didn't let that stop him. He said, you know what? I'm still going. Biggie probably would have loved to look like DMX or Tupac, abs, skinny, fly looking or whatever, but he said, you know what? I'm big as hell and I'm still fly. That's what Biggie said. He said, crooked eye, black skin, I'm still fly as hell. Accept me as I am. If not, oh well. So whatever it is you have, whatever it is, you're wherever you're at, it doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what you have. All you have to do is use the same amount of hours as these billionaires. All you have to do is be consistent with your work ethic every day like rich people. All you have to do is put in the same effort every day like all the other successful people. The successful people out there, they're not comfortable. They have their routine. They wake up. They got a list of stuff they have to do. They got their dates. They got their meetings. They got their business group meetings. They got their interviews. They got their scheduled phone calls, Zoom meetings, accountant, financial meetings, financial advisors. They go to, like, they have a lot of stuff that they do, and they make time for all of that, and they still find time to get what they need to get done. They have really busy schedules and really busy lives. And if you want to be successful, you have to make sure that you are being busy in your life right now with everything that you have. Just because you don't have a whole lot of money, don't get comfortable and just give up and be like, to hell with it. Start off. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Start now. Do it now. And that way you'll be able to have that money one day. You'll be able to have that life one day, but you won't if you never start. So stop being complacent and start now, y'all. Thank you for watching this video. I'm glad that you guys are benefiting off these videos. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video from the beginning to the end, my friend. Hit that like button, hit that share button if you care button, and hit that subscribe button because you know it's live button. Okay? Thank you for staying tuned to my videos. I'm going to have more videos for you guys. Share this if you know somebody that's a little too comfortable right now and you know that they need to be motivated. They need some discipline. Share this video with them so that they could have the spirit of encouragement to go after what they want and get rid of the spirit of laziness. Get rid of the spirit of being comfortable, because you can't get comfortable and get what you want. Okay. Sometimes you might be too comfortable and you might end up never getting what you want. So make sure you don't be too comfortable. Make sure you don't get complacent. Make sure you work on what it is you need to work on, and make sure you execute and get things done. Don't be lazy. Don't waste your whole 24 hours. Use them to your advantage. You didn't get them for no reason. God woke you up for a reason. You have a purpose. He wants you to fulfill that purpose by working on yourself every day and giving him all the glory and the praise. Thank you for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.